Item of business is to review and approve the minutes of of the last public safety meeting.
So moved.
Second. Detective Peace, can you call up the first item, please?
Madam Chair, we have a new application for a lounge retail liquor class 1, Uptown Jazz, 2250 9th Avenue North, Suite.
Okay, is the applicant or the representative here? If you are, can you come to the podium and state your name and your address, please? All right, the applicant is not here. Councilor Williams.
Was this an event or was this a actual? Oh, okay. So it's a lounge. Okay, then yeah. Motion to delay for the next meeting.
Okay, second that motion. Detective Peace, can you call up the next item, please?
Madam Chair, we have a new application for a special retail liquor 7 days or less, due-out day of 4500 Fifth Avenue South.
Is the applicant or the representative here?
Okay, with this, since it is a special event, I'll make a motion that we send it to council.
Second the motion. All right, Detective Peace, can you call up the next item, please?
Madam Chair, we have a new application for a special retail liquor 7 days or less, the HBCU Spring Coming Welcome Reception Rotunda, 520 16th Street North.
Okay, is the applicant or representatives here?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Cornell Wesley. I serve as the Director for the Office of Innovation and Economic Opportunity. What's before you in 3, 4, and 5 are all inclusive of the same event, just 3 different occasions or different days. HBCU Spring Coming will be a 4-day festival, and we will be hosting a welcome reception at Birmingham Civil Rights Institute on Thursday, which will require a liquor license. We will be hosting a reception at the Economic Development Partnership of Alabama on Friday, which will require a license. And of course, the bookend on Saturday, which will run parallel to the SWAT Baseball Championship or tournament, we're requesting a license as well for those 3 events.
All right. Councilor Williams, you got any questions?
No, I do not. Motion to approve.
I second the motion. Thank you, Mr. Wesley. So, Detective Peace, we clustered all those 3, 4, and 5 together,
okay.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
It's all
same.
same.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay. Also, Detective Peace, can you call up the next item for me, please?
Madam Chair, we have a new application for a record service 5-way towing. Address is 1101 3rd Avenue North.
Okay, is the applicant or the representative here?
Motion to delay.
Second the motion. Thank you. Okay, Detective Peace, the next item, please.
Madam Chair, we have a renewal application for a bingo permit, the Agape House, Inc. Address is 260 West Valley Avenue.
Is the applicant or the representative here?
It's what'd you say it was?
A renewal for the bingo permit.
Oh, okay. It's up to you, Madam Chairwoman, but since it's at the American Legion, we usually just automatically renew in the past.
Okay. So we'll renew it.
And let the veterans play bingo.
Let's renew it.
Okay. We got a motion to approve.
Second. All right, Detective Peace, next item, please.
Madam Chair, we have a renewal application for a bingo permit, American Legion Post 171, address 8325 1st Avenue North.
Okay, is the applicant or the representative here? state your name and the address for the record, please?
My name is Thomas Eldridge. The address is 8325 First Avenue North.
Okay, so you just want a renewal for the bingo, right? Okay,
Motion to approve?
all right, thank you.
Good luck.
Okay, Detective Pitts, can you call up the next item for us, please?
That's it for me.
That's it for you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we have some amendments, Councilor Woods, and some ordinance, which is number 9 is an ordinance to amend Title 11 Crimes and Offense, Chapter 9 Miscellaneous Offense, Section 10 Smoking in Public Places and Places of Employment of the General Code of the City of Birmingham to amend the definition of a cigar bar and to provide for ventilation tobacco-related businesses exempt under the section. So this was submitted by Mr. Cornell Wesley. Come to the podium, please. Just briefly tell us what this is, Mr. Wesley.
So what this is a cigar ordinance, really somewhat updating our existing ordinance to be more attractive to our burgeoning cigar community. Birmingham has had tons of interest from purveyors and providers who want to open up a really vibrant cigar lounge, and unfortunately we don't have the ordinance to support it. So in updating this, it defines what a cigar bar is. It requires that they improve their ventilation so that we remain in the spirit of our commitment to the American Health Association, and it also makes us attractive from a recruitment standpoint for big providers and institutions who would want to be in Birmingham.
Okay. So an ordinance that we are just updating the prevention for those who desire to open up a cigar bar. They would have to follow this ordinance.
That is correct.
Okay.
And we do have Attorney Barnard here who helped craft this language.
Okay, Attorney Bernard, you want to come up and tell me and Councilor Williams more?
Bernard with the Office of City Attorney. I'm here if there's any questions.
You got questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in section 1, I see that we've struck out a smoke evacuation system adequate to ensure that smoke from its premises does not infiltrate into other areas where smoke is prohibited. And then it goes on to describe that the system must be separate from the HVAC system of the establishment. So what was the purpose of that?
Okay, that's under the hookah bar definition. There was not a similar provision in the cigar bar definition previously. And if you go over to the, I didn't number the pages. I'll get those numbered before council. It's about page 5 or page 6, I think. At the bottom of the page, it says exemptions. It's a subsection F. And in there, there's a provision added for the cigar bars under number 2, and similar language added for hookah bars and also for the retail, that they have to have ventilation systems that don't infiltrate into areas of the building or structure that's not under the control of those businesses, and it doesn't infiltrate into adjacent structures, and it must comply with the requirements of the city's most recently adopted technical codes, including provisions for smoking lounges. And those ventilation plans must be submitted for review and permitting by Department of Planning, Engineering, and Permits. There was a disconnect in this ordinance previously. We had a cigar bar that was located downtown, and it was generating a lot of complaints from some adjacent spaces. And when we looked at it, we didn't have clear language in there requiring the cigar bars to have the ventilation system. There was language for hookah bars. So instead of leaving that in the definition, I moved that requirement for all 3 exempt types of businesses to where they're actually regulated.
So all three would, obviously the purpose of my questions is because of that specific business where I
Right.
received hundreds of calls and was made to go around and visit the business and everything
Yeah.
else. So, so this would solve that then, because all
That-
three are,
Right, that's making
Okay.
sure that it's consistent for all three types of tobacco-related businesses that are exempted from the smoking ordinance and clarify it. I checked with PEP in drafting it, and they pointed out that the International Mechanical Code, which is part of our technical codes adopted by this council, that there is a specific ventilation requirement in that for smoking lounges. And we think that would apply whether it's like an employee smoking lounge or if it's a business that's all
okay.
smoking.
And then what do we need to, is do we have the capability of the council in changing, I mean, I know we've adopted the technical code as whole, but do we have the capability to strike out specific parts of that technical code?
You actually do, because and in fact, my understanding is I haven't received it yet. I don't think anybody in our office has received it yet, but they're in the process of updating the technical codes now. You know, every few years we adopt the most recent versions. And in that, you will see the adopting language will adopt it as a whole, that what we adopt and what goes into the city code are our local amendments to it. So there's always a document that goes along with it, because of course, there's multiple books. That document that goes along with it are the local amendments that we've made. So
I've struggled finding that in Muni Code.
it's in Title VII.
Okay.
It's in Title VII.
And that includes all of the technical components should
Not
be in?
all of the codes. Now, the codes themselves, like the International Building Code or the International Property Maintenance Code, all of those are adopted by reference. You can look at those online. You can't, the International Code Council likes to sell their books, so you can't copy and paste from it or anything, but you can look at, and I believe the most recent version is on the International Code Councils. If you just Google whatever code you're looking for, you can get to it to view it online. There are copies of the code, the individual code should be copies in the city clerk's office, and there are copies with PEP and with the fire department that would be on file. So they are there. The copies of the codes can be purchased. Just need to have it in the budget and request them to purchase. If somebody else wants copies of the code.
Okay.
But I'd be glad. Like I said, I know, because I talked with PEP staff, I know they are getting close to moving the new technical code. So if you've got some particular concerns, you may want to have those communicated.
Who's handling that from OCA?
As I said, I don't think we've received the
Okay,
request
got it,
yet.
okay.
I think they've kind of expected me to. Sometimes Mike Flegel has worked with it, so
Okay.
I don't know exactly how it will get assigned, but I have been in communication with them on some things that
Okay.
we may want to do with it.
Councilor Williams, does
Yeah.
that answer your questions?
Motion to approve.
Second the motion. Thank you, Mr. Wesley.
Very much.
Detective Peace, can you call up the next item, please? I'm sorry, Detective Peace. I'm sorry. This is a long day, y'all. Please forgive me. It is a resolution authorizing the Birmingham Police Department Community Outreach and Public Education Division, COPE, to host and conduct a women's firearm safety class on April the 23rd, 2022, June the 25th, 2022, and August the 20th, 2022, to take place at the Birmingham Police Department firing range, and declaring the same to be a public purpose. And that was submitted by Attorney Michael Filgel.
Motion.
Second the motion. All right, next item is it's a resolution authorizing the mayor to accept an unconditional donation to the city of Birmingham from the Hartford. The Hartford has offered to donate $10,000 to the city for the use by the Birmingham Fire and Rescue Service. The city will accept the donation from the Hartford to support the fire safety awareness and education within the community and local schools and use as needed within the Birmingham Fire and Rescue Squad, Department of the City of Birmingham. The mayor is authorized to accept the assistance of the Hartford to help facilitate the acceptance of the donated funds to the City of Birmingham. That was submitted by Chief Corey D. Moon. Chief?
Good afternoon, Council.
Good afternoon.
Corey Moon, I serve as the Fire Chief of Birmingham Fire and Rescue Service. As stated, the item before you is a resolution to accept a donation from the Hartford in the amount of $10,000. This in our fire prevention efforts. It'll allow us to get in the school system and get out into the community and provide more information and more training about safety awareness and just our public education efforts. And we plan to use those funds to purchase virtual reality fire training simulations.
Okay.
So there's no financial impact to the city.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Motion.
Second. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Have a good one. All right, our final agenda item, Councilor Williams, is the board and agencies, the Special Care Facilities Financing Authority for St. Vincent, known as the Old Medical Center East. And so I make a recommendation for these 3 applicants to be appointed to that board. And we didn't have any other applicants that applied.
So I guess is there a request for bond? Is there a request for bond funding?
No, these are appointments.
Understood, but the point of this authority is for bond funding. So has Medical Center East requested bond funding?
No, they didn't send me over anything about bond funding. These are just to get the people appointed to the board.
Okay, so
Well,
okay, I guess I'm a little confused. So if they're not requesting bond funding, why are we appointing people to
because
the
all of
board?
the members that presently served are deceased.
Okay. But then there would be no point of the board if they're not requesting bond funding, if it is a defunct board.
I didn't get any information like that. I just got this information to make the announcement about the appointments, and we received 3 people that were interested.
Okay. I guess it doesn't hurt to have people sitting on a board that shouldn't be meeting, but if they're not, yeah, I don't. So St. Vincent's did not request that this board be filled?
Yes.
They did
You wanna
request?
delay it
What?
until we get some more information on it?
No, I mean, that's fine. I'm just trying to figure out what the overall ask is.
Or to appoint 3 people to this board.
So St. Vincent's did ask to appoint the 3 people to the board?
I got the information for the appointments, yes.
Okay.
I mean, I could find out. I mean, if you want to delay it to...
No, I mean, we can do it. I just didn't know that we're going to be authorizing bonds for them. But anyway, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I second the motion. Okay, Counselor, that favorite word we like to hear, can I get a motion?
Yep, motion to adjourn.
Second, thank you.